All right, guys, we are back. I got a sweatshirt on and I put a hat on because I'm chilly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to go to pull up the chat and I want to go right away to radar because we have new tornado warning that has been issued. You can see it flashing on the screen right now. That new tornado warning is going to go for Rochester and Fulton, Indiana, and that's going to be radar indicated, and it's going to go for the next hour. This particular tornado warning is for White County, Fulton County, Pulaski County, Kosciuszko County, Cass County, and Miami County until 12:45. Um, this thunderstorm is moving east at 40 miles per hour with wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour, and isolated tornadoes are possible as this continues to move east. So again, the this line really not letting up here with what I'm seeing, and overall its impact. So let's get a timer out on this real quick for you. Again, it's moving east at 40 miles per hour. And I'll go, we have, it's just a linear mode. Let's just do the whole line here real quick so you guys can kind of see what we're seeing here. Take it east, 40 miles per hour. There we go. All right. Twin Lakes, 6 minutes. Plymouth in 9 minutes. All right. Let's see, Monterey. Some of these are smaller cities, but the population here is over 500,000. DeLong 19 minutes, Walnut 23 minutes, Tippecanoe 27 minutes. Let's see, Orchard Heights, Rochester, Bolivar Park, Mentone 34 minutes, and then getting into South Bend in about 38 minutes. Big city up there. And let's go into Notre Dame, 41 minutes.
So Michael, that warning, they only have 40 miles per hour on. I'm just kind of timing it out on the radar. I think it could be more like 60.
Interesting. I was wondering that. I really was. So that makes a little bit more sense to me.
They've got the one just north of that at 60. So I have no idea why they only have that one at 40.
Okay. Let's relook at that. Let's change the fill color here to a little bit of a different color, and the line color here to a black, so you guys can see this a little bit better. And you're saying about 60 miles per hour, you think?
Yeah, I think that's probably closer to reality than 40.
Okay. Take it east here, and we'll take it at 40. Calculate that. Turn the radar back on. Sorry about that. And make it a little bit easier for you to see. I also turn the times back on since we're back into Indiana, and it's not as much confusion there. Let's go here and start in some of these bigger cities. Notre Dame, 12:25 a.m. Rochester, 12:25. Leesburg, 12:32. Warsaw, 12:35. Elkhart, 12:36. Again, so if you're up here in northern Indiana, a couple of tornado warned storms with a potential of 80 mile per hour winds, 625,000 people in the path of this storm right now as it is moving east across the area. So another thing to note down here is, again, not that, is again the overall reorganization a little bit of this here across Indiana. It has tried to, you can see some additional cell development out ahead of the line here. It has tried to somewhat restructure, reorganize a little bit. So I definitely don't think that we're out of our neck of the woods for severe wind gusts across the area, at least nonetheless here. Brett, what are you getting on speed of the leading edge of this line?
Further down to the south.
Yeah.
Let me take a look. I was just looking at some wind reports. I see another 80 plus mile per hour wind report in eastern Illinois.
Where do you see that at?
So that one was closer to just southwest of Kankakee, west of Milford. kind of where that clearing is, basically. Rear inflow jet clearing.
Right here.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts reported in there. Okay. Let's see
But
if
in terms of timing, yeah, I'm getting about 55 to 60 miles per hour.
okay, 55 to 60. So
That's going to put it downtown in about an hour.
yeah, let's time that out along the leading edge here. And still with a general movement here of, yeah, about like this. I can't drive 55. Da-da-da. All right, sorry.
We've gotten to that point of the night.
We have. Yeah, we have. Crawfordsville, 1207. Marshall, 1215. Bloomingdale, 1215. Lafayette, 1217. New Ross, 1219. I once saw a tornado touchdown in New Ross, Indiana, live on television. We streamed it to Fox 59 years ago. Let's see. Frankfurt, 1230. Lebanon, 1230. Greencastle, 1230. Whitestown, Zionsville, Danville, all about 1240. Brownsburg, Cloverdale, Avon, Sheridan, all about the same. There's 2.6 million people out ahead of this line of thunderstorms that's capable of producing really vivid lightning, heavy rain, and straight line wind gusts. Okay. I'm not seeing the verbiage in the warnings as intense, albeit there was an 80-mile-per-hour gust just northwest of this line a little bit ago. But nonetheless, Indianapolis 12:55, so 1 hour ETA, 1 hour Indianapolis. Down in my neck of the woods, Bargersville 1 a.m., an hour and 10 minutes. Greenwood 1 a.m., Southport 1 a.m., Beech Grove 1 a.m., Warren Park 1 a.m., Martinsville 1 a.m., Noblesville 1 a.m. So, long story short, the end of this line is 1 hour. Okay, it's about give or take, not quite. Let's do it like this. Sorry. Long story short, this right here is about 1 hour from now. Okay, so that's the speed of this moving into the area here at about 55 miles per hour, and this is the location of this line here in about 1 hour. So let's look at the
Yeah,
latest comments. What's that, Brett?
Michael, I'm looking at the. I know it's from the Indy radar. You're looking pretty high up in the atmosphere, but you also have to consider with that rear inflow jet, the wind that we're seeing. In the lower part of the atmosphere, low to mid part of the atmosphere, is descending straight to the surface. If you look at the Indy radar and look at the velocity, um, you know, winds aloft are nearing 100 miles an hour at the Indiana-Illinois border.
Wow. Yeah, I see that.
So, probably not all making it to the surface, but it just goes to show that the winds are still very strong. There's still a lot of wind energy with this storm.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Another thing here too to keep in mind. Um, I'm just looking at the lightning there. Interesting. Seeing if there's any intensification there. It definitely looks like the line got a little bit more organized again.
Yeah, I would agree.
If you're looking at the clarity, let's go to the clarity radar and I'll show it to you just real quick. We'll go here. And again, I definitely think just watching it over the last, hour, it looks like it's kind of restructured itself again. And I just don't see how, we don't get hit pretty good here across central Indiana over the next hour. So,
Yeah, now, I mean, you have to keep in mind now it's moving fast enough. We only have an hour till it gets here. That's not a lot of time for it to weaken.
no.
So I would say increasing concern for 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts in the Indy metro area.
Yep. Yep. Just sharing that on my personal page. But yes, no, I certainly agree with that. We'll just kind of watch that as it continues to get closer. Let's turn on the old warnings. Severe. Keep that up and running. Conus lightning. Some new lightning. Anytime you guys see the bright blue cyan lightning strikes, those are brand new cloud to ground lightning bolts that are being observed. So pretty cool to see them that way for sure. Brett, any other reports?
Yeah, I haven't seen any other new ones. I've seen some just general wind damage reports, lawn furniture displaced, all that fun stuff. But I'm not seeing any other new reports. I'm seeing a couple in Crown Point. Let's see here. Thunderstorm wind damage. Just a bunch of wind damage reports in Crown Point, but no official readings.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of people asking, is this going to hit Greenwood? Estimated winds for Franklin. Guys, yes, it is. It's going to hit Greenwood. It's going to hit Franklin. And you're looking at, the potential for there to be 65, 70 mile per hour winds here, 75 mile per hour winds even. And there's some new lightning there being observed. So
New
yes,
tornado warning too. Looks
we're at.
maybe. Oh nope, never mind. That was there, I think, already.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, this whole line, is going to work its way into Indianapolis, Greenwood, Noblesville area, all of it here in an hour. In fact, do we have any new nowcasts? We do. How about that? Check it out. This is from our meteorologist. It's about 30 minutes old, or maybe 45 minutes old, but this was sent out to our clients at 11:10. So 40 minutes ago, our clients got a push to their phones that said, "Hey, here's where this is coming, and here's the timing." So yeah, just east of Greenwood, Greenfield, Newcastle, Muncie, 1 a.m. It's on the doorstep of Indy in the metro and the surrounding metro areas at 12:45, 12:55. So yes, it is coming. It's not going to weaken, and yeah. So someone says it's amazes me how much better your predictions are compared to AccuWeather.
They're not actively looking at it. They're just. Here's the thing with AccuWeather is they're just putting automated data into an app, and I got into AccuWeather just to check their forecast the other day, and I had to wait 30 seconds to get through an ad before I could even see what they had, and I was just doing it to compare. So that would drive me crazy if I was looking at it every day.
Yeah, it's not good. That's for sure. So let's pull these out real quick and go back. I'm seeing a lot of new lightning strikes too. Again, the cyan blue color there, new lightning strikes. Here's a new severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to go over here and switch my into Omega and see where this is flashing. That's a new severe thunderstorm warning, so there's probably some new verbiage with that. They've kind of re-enhanced the area. 60 mile per hour winds is the current thought process right now. Wouldn't shock me if there's locally higher wind gusts there, but it's moving east at 40 miles per hour, and it is a severe thunderstorm warning until 12:30 a.m. For the area that you see here highlighted. It still seems to me, Brett, that that's a slower movement speed.
Yeah,
You want to get a new reading on that and see if
Let's see.
Are the tornado warnings in northern Indiana for typical tornadoes hooks on the radar or more based on high wind risk with leading edge? Good question.
Let's see. Last 30 minutes, I'm getting the line at about 27 miles. So that's 54 miles an hour.
Yeah, makes more sense to me.
Yeah, I don't get 40. I'll check a couple other spots, but with the way this is diving, they don't normally slow down until they start to really die.
Right, right. Let's go map this timing out of this line here. If it's diving this general direction, we'll just call it 55 miles an hour for 50. What do you think?
Yeah, 50 to 55 is where I'm at.
Oh no, where'd our screen go?
What'd you do?
I broke it. Turn it
Stop
back.
breaking things. I just
No.
don't have any room to talk. My whole laptop died.
Yeah, it's hang on, guys. It's quit on me. I'm not sure what's going on.
So just kind of continuing to look around here, Michael. I see wind reports now in Lafayette. Thunderstorm damage reports in Lafayette. Ooh, this is a good one. So this is the most recent observation I can find. Lafayette, wind gust of 75 miles per hour at
Wow.
the ASOS station. This cluster needs to be warned for about 15 to 20 miles per hour stronger than what it's warned for, in my opinion. That rear inflow jet is it means business for sure.
Trying to get this. There we go. Get that plotted here. So you said the wind gust in Lafayette was what, Brett?
75.
Okay. And we've got it moving. So this warning probably needs to be for 70 plus mile per hour winds moving in this direction here at 55 miles per hour. So the warning text probably is not something we're in full agreement with. And if we've seen a 75 mile per hour wind here, or 73 or 75, I can't remember.
75.
75 mile per hour wind gust here at the Lafayette ASOS station. This general movement here, again, going south and east, all right, towards these areas. We're going to look at places like Crawfordsville, 1215, Jamestown, 1230, Lebanon, 1230, Whitestown, 1236, Zionsville, Kempton, Bainbridge, Roosevelt, Marshall, Sheridan, all about 1238. Brownsburg, Danville, Westfield, Coatesville, all about 1244. Go a little bit further south, Indianapolis, Noblesville, Plainfield, Monrovia, Fishers, Mooresville area, all about 1255. Okay. Getting further down into Johnson County, Greenwood, Bargersville, 105, New Whiteland, 108, Whiteland, 110, Franklin, 115, Trafalgar, down in the 115 timeframe, Princess Lakes, 120, Crawfordsville, 1215. So you can kind of see the general direction of this. And again, 75 mile per hour wind in Lafayette, which means this is telling me here that along this edge, I'm seeing again more of a smoother radar return with darker colors and some rear inflow jet notches here coming in. I think if you're in the purple area, you need to be on the lookout for 70 plus mile per hour winds. I don't know if you agree with that, Brett, but
No, I 100% agree. And I would say south of that, based off some of the radar indications I'm seeing, winds maybe not as strong, and so maybe for Terre Haute and points down to the south, maybe a little bit of some good news there. The winds don't look as strong. That cluster looks a little bit less organized. It's the middle part of this that I'm most concerned about for those 70 mile per hour winds, and then again the highest threat maybe for some spin up tornadoes further off to the north, where I think you just zoomed into across
yeah.
parts of northern Indiana and southern Michigan here.
I zoomed in because of just the sheer amount of lightning up there. Just crazy. There's a ton of lightning up there in southern Michigan. Those thunderstorms are serious business. Southern Michigan just getting pounded right now. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, straight line winds is the risk right now across central Indiana, a few spin ups in northern Indiana. Hail, lightning, very heavy thunderstorms, intense thunderstorms up there in southern Michigan for sure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything crazy with those tornado warnings right now to the north. Um, to me, anything looks relatively short-lived, I would say.
Yep.
The one spot that maybe, if there's anything, I see a little bit of some lower values of correlation coefficient, or AKA our debris indicator, southeast of South Bend, closer to Bremen and, oh gosh, ooh, there's a Bourbon, Indiana. Did you know that?
Ooh, I'd like to go there. I'll go
Uh,
to Indiana.
so kind of the far southern portion of that warning. In terms of South Bend right now, still definitely want to be in your shelter areas. Again, nothing confirmed at the moment, I would say, but still, I think the risk for spin up is certainly on the table. So if you're in that area, you'll want to be in your shelter until the tornado warning is over.
Yep. Yep. Any new wind reports there, Brett? Anything? Looking on radar scope, looks like a special weather statement was issued out there in Terre Haute.
Yeah, I see that, which kind of goes to along with what we were talking about of where the cutoff is of those stronger winds.
That special weather statement will be down there in southwest Indiana, which is nice. It's for 50-mile-per-hour winds. You're looking at lesser of a threat there. I think the corridor of the strongest winds here are going to be right through the north central portion of the state as this continues to dive. Just like that, south and east. There's some new lightning strikes, some new CG, cloud to ground lightning strike indications there, plotting as well. So, she's still coming, guys. She's still coming. It's a great look there. Big line of thunderstorms. Let's go to the Illinois power outage map for the very latest on that. Right now, holy moly, there are 388,000 people without power in Illinois. There's five. What's that?
I said I'd be surprised if there's not more.
Yeah, out of 5.7 million people tracked, regions right now with power outages. Indiana, there's 23,000. Michigan, there's 14,000. Arguably, right now with this ongoing storm, there's 410 plus thousand people without power in the Midwest from this cluster of thunderstorms as it's working through the area. So that's impressive. If you're out there right now looking west and northwest from the Indy metro area, you should be seeing lightning, I would imagine, and Brett's cat, possibly.
Yeah. He wants to be on the stream. Hey, bud.
He wants to play. Thunderstorm wind damage out of Lafayette from that ASOS report. A couple of trees snapped there from emergency management source.
I know.
Okay. Well, guys, normally these thunderstorms, when they're severe warned, we don't really stay live. We've got a couple of tornado warnings still going on up in the northern part of the state. So, we're about 50 minutes away from this hitting the Indy area. Can't promise we're going to stay live for severe thunderstorm warnings up through 1 a.m. So we'll probably keep it live here for another couple minutes and just make sure you guys are obviously well aware that I don't know how you don't know by now that it's going to storm, but
Now everybody's asking about the cat, so come here. Oh, he doesn't like to be picked up.
Uh-oh. He's going to claw you.
He is. Bye. He does not like to be picked up. Dangerous for me. So that was all for you all. The other one would let me pick her up, but it's because she's fat and she can't fight back.
There's a new severe thunderstorm warning coming out now for Logansport, Marion area there. Callahan said she can't see my screen. Can you see my screen?
I can see. Are you showing just the radar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that comment was old. These comments. Oh, you know what? I'm all the way. There they are. I'm sorry. Callahan may not even be awake anymore. That was a while ago.
She's still awake.
Oh, she is. Okay. There's Mitchell Toole just, every 5 minutes calling us the shit bros. He's called us the shit bros for every 5 minutes for the last, 47 streams that we've done. So hello, Mitchell. We see your comment. How are you? Severe thunderstorm warning, a new one up there in the northern part of the state, Logansport, Peru, Wabash area. Let's get you the verbiage on that warning. That is going to go for 70-mile-per-hour winds. Thunderstorm damage threat considerable. With 3/4-inch hail not out of the question, it expires in 1 hour. That's going to go for southern Wabash County, western Grant County, Cass County, and Miami County. And it is moving east at 55 miles per hour. That's more like it. With the potential of 70-mile-per-hour winds out ahead of that line of storms. So I would imagine, guys, in the next, probably 10 minutes or so, most of the metro area will get a warning, maybe within the next 20 minutes. I would imagine Kokomo to Noblesville, the Indy, Lebanon, Brownsburg areas will get a severe thunderstorm warning before too long. Granted, how far ahead they just made that warning. And just looking at the overall nature of how that storm looks wouldn't surprise me. So going up here, look at all that lightning.
That is a lot of lightning.
It is, and it looks really good.
It does look good.
It does.
That's fun.
Looks great. Let's see. Crazy how different other weather apps are. What does that mean? I'm curious, Rachel, what you're saying there. What are other weather apps saying? I guess I'm just really curious.
Oh, let's look. Well, I can tell you my Apple one for Franklin has no rain chances until 5 a.m.
Really? What the heck?
Yeah. WeatherBug. Let's see. Get through all the ads. It's got a 50%, 50, 50, 30. But that's the thing. What is a 50% chance? That doesn't really tell you anything. It doesn't tell you that a big line of strong storms are barreling towards us.
Well,
the weather channel at 1 a.m., 15% chance.
Wow. Really?
Yep.
So if you go to our application and you click on your area, this is a nowcast from an actual meteorologist that tells you that thunderstorms are going to be located right here at 1:10, right here at 12:10, with the impacts, with the radar. I mean, it's just crazy. The idea here that these apps can be so far off. Automated weather data in weather applications can be horrible. But the human element that we offer is where it's at. That's the human element that we are able to provide for you, not only in the nowcasts, but also even in the ability to chat with us. You can talk to a meteorologist. It's just you just can't. There's no comparison. You can't beat it. I'm pretty confident in that.
Megan, you should go to our website and inquire, bamwx.com. We can help you out. If you have to, schedule your life, your job around weather, not only the stress of that, but I'm sure the lost time and money.
Yeah.
It does not have to be that way. There is a better way.
No, no, we do it for people all the time. I mean, we moved up the Leonard Skinner concert. Like, we're not messing around. They listened to us. They got the concert in tonight because they took our forecast advice. So, um, yeah. So right now, guys, again, we're just watching a line of thunderstorms move through. I'll play the loop for you so you can kind of see it. Um, they're barreling down here. They'll be in the Indy area probably in about 45 minutes or so. May see a warning extension here before too long. We'll see how that goes in the next few minutes. See if we see any reports. If any of you are getting thunderstorms out there in western Indiana, let us know what you're seeing. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning up there in northern Indiana. That's going to include Columbia, LaGrange, Benton, Goshen, Warsaw. That's for 70-mile-per-hour winds and a considerable thunderstorm damage threat. So there's a new warning coming right now. Should be here any second. It is going to be for the north side of Indy, Fisher, just north there, northern Hamilton County. There it is. Just plopped in there.
That one's for 70.
Okay, so this one here for Kokomo, Greentown, Tipton, Elwood, Cicero, Frankfort, 70-mile-per-hour winds potential with a considerable thunderstorm damage threat. And that particular warning is going to go until 12:45. So for the next 30 minutes, you're going to see that thunderstorm move through the area there. I will say the lightning count seems to be it's coming and going. Seems to be somewhat potentially dwindling. I'm going to check something real quick.
Yeah, which can be a sign of some weakening. We're getting into the spot now where that instability starts to get a little bit lower.
Yep. Which we kind of thought, right? Some outflow right up to the Indy metro area, and then once it hits that area, some weakening taking place, which that makes sense. Now I say that, and there's some new lightning bolts there. I mean, so again, it's not that it's just going to dissipate. It's just that it's should be losing somewhat of its intensity. Is all we're saying there. Looking for new reports here. Brett, if we see a warning come out for the Indy metro area, I'm going to wait to see if that happens for a couple minutes. Otherwise, I'm probably going to call it.
Yeah, at this point, there aren't any new tornado warnings, I don't believe. At this point, I would say that with the line, at least becoming a little bit more disorganized, the wind is probably evolving into the biggest threat at this point. I still wouldn't 100% rule out some kind of an isolated spin up, but definitely, I mean, look how widespread the wind, severe warnings for wind are.
Yeah.
I think that by far at this point is the biggest threat. And it's, nothing to ignore. Still stay away from windows. If you're still in the path that hasn't gotten to you yet, bring in your patio furniture or, take pots and whatnot off the porch. But, aside from that, I think wind at this point is just the main threat.
Yeah, and someone was asking if there's an additional thunderstorm threat behind this earlier into the pre-dawn hours. Yes, there is. Across the I-70 corridor, places south, there could be some heavy thunderstorms ongoing there tomorrow morning. We could take a look real quick at our future radar product.
Interesting, some of the training already going on in Illinois.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. And again, you can see that happening here over central Indiana most of the night tonight. So waking up tomorrow morning, we're probably going to be waking up to some flooding conditions here across central Indiana. If I had to guess with rainfall, rainfall overnight tonight, just in the 24-hour period locally, upwards of probably 2 inches, not out of the question. That heaviest rain going to be centered right over central Indiana. So, yeah, the main line comes in, but this back out here, very concerning. In fact, there's several flash flood warnings out here.
Yeah.
I'm going to zoom in on this. There's a lot of flash flooding going on out here. We just look at observed rainfall over the last 24 hours. Look at this. Very intense rain. Turn these warnings off so we can click on these. This is just from this evening. That's almost 4 inches of rain. So it's been very, very heavy. That nature may start to fill in behind that here, along with that cluster. So
let's see. Not seeing any new reports. Looks like the team just issued a new nowcast.
And it looks like they special weather statement did the Indy metro area.
Interesting.
So fine by me. That special weather statement's for 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that is just below severe criteria if you're in the Indy metro area.
Just barely.
Just barely. And so let's see. There it is. That's going to go for 38 minutes. It's a strong storm statement. Also looks like the team just issued a new nowcast. We'll pull that up so you guys can see that. 12:45, 1:15, 1:45, and storms likely weaken east of I-69, although a localized risk of 50 to 60 mile per hour winds continue. So that was just pushed to all the Clarity clients there across central Indiana. So pretty cool. And you also got the alert on your phone if you are in the alert. There it is, strong storm statement. It alerted you. It told you about it. Wind gusts 50 to 55 miles per hour. And you're going to see it. It's going to be seen in the northwestern sky. You're going to hear it. It's going to be rainy. And then, like I said, I'm going to give this to you one more time, and we're going to sign off for the night. Like I said, this stuff back out to the west that you're seeing on radar here, it is likely that it is going to move in and train over the same area. What that means is kind of continue to hit the same area overnight tonight and into the pre-dawn hours tomorrow morning. I'll pull that up real quick on a view so you can see this. What I'm talking about, the reflectivity scans. Yeah, that's the O3Z. We'll go to the O2Z. Watch here comes the cluster, comes through. It weakens, but watch the redevelopment here, the pre-dawn hours. Okay, you can see that the west to east movement up and through tomorrow morning. And you look at the precipitation totals, and locally you're going to see where those set up. Locally, 2 inches of rain out of that. So certainly a concerning look there for continued thunderstorm cluster activity beyond this tonight. So, Brett, we're well over 400,000 without power.
Yeah, and I don't even think that includes Iowa.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't include Iowa. You're right. So,
probably closer to 450,000.
Yeah.
So,
all right, guys. Well, some gusty winds, some thunderstorms, lightning, rain, wind, and heavy rain overnight into tomorrow morning along and south of I-70. That's the idea. To stay updated, scan, get a subscription. You can get our updates sent directly to your devices instantaneously. So, yeah, you shouldn't get any alerts from any storms if you're in Terre Haute. There's no storms there just yet. I mean, it's on the doorstep, but there's not a warning or anything. So, yeah. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for checking out and following us tonight. Share it with some friends. If you don't follow us, make sure to hit the like, the follow, the subscribe button, and we will see you all soon. Brett,
thanks,
have a
guys.
good evening.